Hello, fabulous superstar Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of July 2023. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. It is going to be this month. Well, on the 3rd, we've got this month's full moon taking place in a financial part of your sky, having to do with money you earn, money you spend, self-love, and self-esteem. This is a very fortunate full moon, and it does represent a sense of culmination, conclusion, but also real opportunity that could find you now. Jupiter is speaking in supreme harmony with this full moon, and Jupiter moving through a work-related part of the sky for you does suggest that there may be very tangible work-related opportunities that come with a financial boost at this time. Saturn speaking in harmony with this full moon, with Saturn at the foundation of your chart, does suggest if you work from home or with home, that can be part of what maximizes the potential for prosperity now. But even if that isn't the case, it's the roots, the experience that you've already established that can help you to create that much more potential and possibility for you, especially where it comes to aligning with greater prosperity than you've known before. We do have Mercury across the sky from this full moon. And so developments now require diplomacy. They require you in some way considering all your options or weighing the pros and cons, going back and forth, some negotiation, maybe a part of this time. Maybe you're trying to access some funding as part of spending money on something that matters to you. Regardless, though, because overall the energy is just so good with that trine to Jupiter, it does suggest that greater alignment with opportunities to create greater prosperity is very much within your grasp now. This part of the sky having to do with self-love, self-esteem, that's going to be a key part of the picture now. And there's this burst of healing, of groundedness that can find you at this time, helping you to affirm healthy self-value, especially in the context of an exchange that may be happening back and forth between you, perhaps with a financial institution or a particular person, but that exchange in and of itself leads you to assert healthy self-love. That's the gift of this time. Navigating further, the 17th of the month is when we will have this month's new moon. The new moon takes place in a part of the sky for you that has to do with accessing wealth. It has to do with your relationship with financial institutions, grants, loans, bursaries, credit cards, tax returns, and benefits you qualify for. All of that is covered here. Outside of financial matters, this part of the sky has to do with profound change, profound truth, and making a power move of sorts. This is a very consequential new moon. It can bring new opportunities to align with wealth or create positive, profound change in your life. There is a supremely harmonious connection with Neptune. So there's a lot of hope at this time, a real sense of belief, even magic for some. There's a harmonious connection with Uranus. That is positive developments that seem to come out of nowhere, lovely surprises. However, Pluto is standing across the sky from this new moon. And so there are factors there that feel big, bigger than you perhaps. There may be power dynamics or power struggles that you have to take into consideration. There may be a part of you that can see the potential, how wonderful things can be, but also wish that they were better sooner in some way. Regardless of what is transpiring now, understand that ultimately you are moving towards greater wealth, whether that is financial, emotional, or spiritual. But also, this is a time of profound and meaningful change, maybe rooted in facing some difficult truths about you or having to make compromises that don't necessarily feel completely comfortable. So, for example, if you really are wanting to attract funding for something that you really feel you need that funding for, the interest rate may not be as ideal as you'd hoped, and yet the potential, the promise is there to get that money. outside of financial matters, if it is that you're looking at how much things have changed, but also where now you're ready to focus to create even more profound and positive changes in your life now, well, this can be one of those moments where there is the hope, there is the inspiration, and that's beautiful. But there may also be you looking at your own complicated feelings, your own doubt. But you can use that as resolve to focus your energy, push through towards the sense of renewal and regeneration you're hoping for. Where it comes to matters of love, well, the very big news, of course, has to do with Venus going retro on the 23rd. Venus has been in shadow since the 20th of June, as I spoke of last month. I told you last month that it starts off in June, supportive, healing even. We get into July and immediately we start to see what a doozy of a Venus retrograde season this is set to be. And that doozy awakens in powerful ways for you now. Right out of the gate, we get Venus speaking intention with Uranus, mid-month connecting with Neptune, stationing with an orb of a connection with Pluto. So you can see here there are massive energies playing out here, big energies that can feel overpowering at times, confusing and disillusioning. The Venus retrograde season takes place entirely in a worldly part of your skies. So, what you believe about love philosophically and the reality may be part of what you're having to navigate or, in some way, make sense of, make peace with at a time like this. That Venus retrograde season is going to at once invite you to be optimistic and then, because of over optimism, lead you to wonder what you were thinking. You wish you weren't as optimistic as you actually were. But during this time, you are learning very valuable things. Yes, it's a doozy, but it's a doozy that will restore your faith in love in the larger sense. Probably not with a month like this, if I'm being straightforward with you, but certainly in the fullness of time. For those of you open to meeting someone new, connecting with someone far away or from far away becomes very likely now, but pace yourself and be yourself, as I like to say. Just when you think you know who they are, they may shock you or surprise you in an instant. So you do want to stay mindful on that front. For all that, though, connecting to a spirit of the philosophies that guide your understanding of love could be very valuable for you now. For those of you just starting to date someone, what a remarkable time this can be. Now, the deal breakers can be political. They can be related to religious belief as well, where that may take you by surprise or might leave you feeling uncertain in some way. So you do want to, again, pace yourself at this time. You're figuring out what you believe about love, but also about the world. And in a way, so are they. And how might they be part of your journey in that process is part of what has yet to be revealed. And for those of you in an established bond, what a remarkable time this can be. Now, I like to say from time to time, you cannot get in the way of the relationship that another person has with their understanding of a higher power, of the world, of the spiritual truths that they hold. We are all on our own journey. Where there's respect, we may influence that, but ultimately, we are walking that journey alone as individuals. This might be a time when your partner is making decisions or choices on those fronts that feel uncertain to you in some way, or they may be questioning in a way that has you feeling that maybe they don't feel as sure about their pathway forward. All will find its balance in the fullness of time. So allow each other that space. But for all that, if you are wondering about your own journey and how your partner fits into that, be kind and patient with yourself as you navigate this time. Now, if the relationship is good overall, well, this might be a time when the two of you are considering where you are to be in the world, weighing different options and different possibilities. Not the time to make a decisive decision, but a remarkable time to consider what it is that taking on a big adventure together could look like for you. What I love about this month for you, there's so much here. It's a powerful and meaningful astrological moment. Well, I'm going to say the full moon early in the month, it is oriented around prosperity for you now. I love this energy for you. You are moving towards a renewed sense of self-value, self-love, self-esteem, and that is a great type of prosperity. But where it is you're hoping for greater practical abundance, well, a full moon like this brings with it real opportunities now to improve your circumstances, to feel yourself in alignment with abundance as you uniquely define it. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with Choose Your Membership rate. Higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Links are in the description below. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.